Hey, good morning. So I'm going to explain Ashtakavarga in Vedic astrology. So I'm going to explain today Ashtakavarga in Vedic astrology. So Ashtakavarga is a very handy tool and it's very simple. Rishi Prasra has told that anyone who doesn't even have the basic knowledge of astrology can easily learn and understand Ashtakavarga. Right? It's a very effective tool to analyze analyze the transit of the planets. So how the transit of the various planets, how it's going to impact, right? Is going to be good or bad. It can be easily predicted using the Ashtakavarga. Also, the overall blueprint of the native can be also seen using the Ashtakavarga. So as I said, it's like mathematical calculation, and the way the calculation is done is depending upon how the various planets are positioned in the native chart at time of birth from each other. Each planet supports other planet or doesn't support, right? So that's the basic thing, right? And the support, we call it it gives a auspicious support or doesn't give the auspicious support, right? So let me share a screen and I can walk through a couple of examples. So here, this is a book on Ashtakavarga. It was written by C.S. Patel, Chandulal Patel, in 1957. And in this book, it says that, for example, if I have to see moon Astakvar, then moon gets support from sun in third, sixth, seventh, eighth, 10th, and 11th houses. So from sun, moon receives auspicious support from third or in third, sixth, seventh, eighth, 10th, and 11th houses. Similarly, from moon itself, first, third, sixth, seventh, 10th, and 11th houses are auspicious for moon. And like that, you can see it from sun, from moon itself, from Mars, from Mercury, from Jupiter, from Venus, from Saturn, and from Lagna. What are the auspicious places for moon, right? And similarly, uh, there is a, you can see like for Mars, what is the auspicious places position compared to all other planets, right? Or respective to all other planets. So like that, for all the planets, we can get the auspicious placement. And then you basically go and sum up that number and see which house has how many points. So 1 point for auspicious. So like that, we can sum it up. So I made a simple spreadsheet here, and you can put like if if moon is getting auspicious point from moon itself in the first, third, sixth, seventh, 10th, and 11th, right? So mark it as you want. Everything else is 0. And then you can sum up the number and you can come up with what's the point, right? Now, how to use it in a in a horoscope, right? So let me take an example of a horoscope, right? I'll just go by any horoscope. Say like March, anybody born in March 10th, 2000, 10 o'clock in the morning, New Delhi, right? Here. So you can see in the moon Astakvar, moon is receiving 6 point here, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, right? Similarly, Mars is getting 1, 4, 5, 0, 4, like that, right? And if you sum it up, so in the this very first house, moon has 4, Mars has 1, Mercury 4, Jupiter 5, Venus 4, Saturn 3. If you sum it up all, 4 plus 1, 5, plus 4, 9, 9 plus 4, 5, 14, plus 4, 18, 18 plus 3, 21, and then Saturn also, 21 plus 2, 23. So that's a 23 number here in the Rasi chart, right? This is called Rasi chart. So unlike that, for all the houses in the Rasi chart, you can sum up the various number and come up with here. So So we got these numbers, which is totally mathematically derived based upon the formula of placement of chart plus placement of planets from each other. But how to interpret it now, right? So if you sum up all this number, it's supposed to be 337, right? And then 337, if you divide it by 12, because there are 12 rasis, 12 houses, then it's close to 28. So average is 28, right? Now, if any house you see less than 28, right, then that house is going to suffer, right? And any house which is more than 28 is going to prosper. So depending upon what is the difference, how much far away from 28, which is the average number, each house has got the points, you can accordingly decide how much is going to suffer or going to prosper. Right? So here, 37 is the highest number which I can see, and it's in the 8th house. This is the 8th house. If you count from very first house here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th house. 8th house signifies inheritance. It's also occult science, astrology. It's like hidden things. Tantra month. Month is more on the 5th house, but Tantra, which is the darker side of the month, is on the 8th house. So we can say like the native could be in the tantric side. His inclination will be that, or he can get a lot of inheritance. The third, because 8th house is also house of inheritance. So like that, we can make a some kind of prediction about the native. This 11th house here, I see 23. 12th house is 24. So both are less than 28, but in relative to each other itself, you can say 23 is the house of gain, and 24 is in the 12th house, which is house of loss. 23 is in the 11th house, which is house of gain. So his expense is more than his gain, right? This is the house of loss, means expense, and this is the house of gain. So he is going to expend more than what he's going to earn. Also, this is the 10th house is 36, which is very good, uh, which is going to be house of profession, career. So this means he has a good profession, but the income is less. He has to work 36 to receive 23, right? So much of difference, right? So he's going to slog and still not get paid fairly. Then I can see that 29, this house number 6 is good, it's more than 28, which is the house of service. 6th house is house of service, death, disease, enemy. So it's good. So service is going to be good for him. He's going to be his job. He will be more suited for job rather than business, because business is seen from 7th house. 7th house is a house of partnership, house of a spouse, and business is a kind of partnership. So this is less 27, right? So like that, we can basically uh, you know make a sense of what's happening to the native's life. The most important thing is to how to judge the transit, right? Transit of, so moon transits every 2.5 days, right? We know that moon takes roughly 30 days to make one round. So 30 days in 12 rasis, so 2.5 days each rasi. Here in the moon Ashtakavarga, I see moon has the highest point, number 6 over here. And just before is number 1, and before that, number 5. So this means what? These 3 days of moon transits, so 2.5 days here, 2.5 days here, 2.5 days here, in every month, so like close to 7 days in every month, he suddenly will be very happy and very sad after that, because moon is just 1 point versus 5 points over here. And again, suddenly very happy. So every month for 7.5 days, that will be his or her kind of, he will feel the impact that way. I do see here Saturn 0 point over here, which is very, very bad. For Saturn, anything more than 3 or even 3 is supposed to be good, because Saturn doesn't get a lot of support from other planets. So for Saturn, 3 itself is very good, right? But anything less than 3 or more than 3, you can say like more than 3, excellent. So number 6 is very good here. This, whenever Saturn comes into this Rasi, which is, I can see this is Aquarius, number 11 here, Aquarius Rasi, then he's going to do very good professionally, right? Why professionally? Because Saturn is the significator for profession. It's a karma karak. Saturn is karma karak. So his profession is going to progress a lot during these 2.5 years. Saturn takes 30 years to complete one round of Sun. So 30 years, 12 rasis. So each rasi 2.5 years. So this 2.5 years is going to be very good for the native. And then this 2.5 is going to be very bad. This Saturn has no support at all from any planet. So like this, we can go and make a kind of prediction about the native, how he or she is going to feel, or his life is going to be. Okay. This I will use a video on Sade Sati, and we'll see like how to predict the Sade Sati and its result, and then use Ashtakavarga in that prediction. That's all. Thank you.